Are you objecting?
I am objecting, yes.
You don't think it's...
And boom, we're off to a spicy start. Notice how quickly objections come flying in. This tells us the tension is already sky high before we even hear the full story. In legal battles like this, objections aren't just about evidence. They're also about setting the tone and gaining control early on.
Relevant.
That I was in jail, not of my own will. I don't think anybody volunteers to go to jail. It's not a,
No.
it's not an option program.
But yes. Well, we have 10 minutes and then we're going to have to stop because I have another hearing because it took you 21 minutes to do what you needed to do to come to court. We will go on the record in the matter 25 SC 97 Michael Hess versus Rose Hutari. Appearances are we have Mr. Hess appearing in person without counsel. Ms. Hutari appears in person without counsel. We're set today in this matter on Mr. Hess's petition for replevin. He's asking that a 7-year-old German...
Pause here. Did you catch that? We're not talking about money, property, or contracts. The entire case revolves around a 7-year-old German shepherd named Samson. And in the eyes of the law, pets aren't treated like children in custody battles. They're considered property. So the real question is, who owns Samson?
Shepherd be returned to him. Basically, that's all I have in this case. This is set for a court trial. It was in front of Commissioner Krupa. However, Commissioner Krupa was not able to reach any determination as this matter is a contested replevin. Mr. Hess and Ms. Hutari, please stand up, raise your right hands and be sworn in.
You affirm that the testimony you're about to provide in this matter should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes. You may be seated. Mr. Hess, this is your motion, your hearing, and so you have the burden of proof, and you are first to present your case. You may begin.
Your Honor, about April of 2023, Ms. Hutari and I separated or stopped dating, cohabitating. I moved out. At that time, she gave me Samson, the German Shepherd. The understanding was that I had someplace stable for him to go, to keep him, and that I would bring him back to visit. I followed through with those. I brought him back to visit after a number of visits. She said, "I don't want you to bring him anymore. I don't want anything to do with you." So I stopped doing that. Fast forward to April of 2025, this past April.
And here's where the drama spikes. Michael's stint in jail. Now, whether or not that's relevant to Samson's ownership is debatable, but in courtroom storytelling, oh, it's huge. Because now the judge has to untangle. Is this about the dog's well-being or the baggage between these two exes?
I went to jail for a few weeks, and Rose called my mom, said we had some understanding that if something happened to me, that she would get Samson back. And she came and took Samson. When I got out of jail, was my first opportunity to have any contact whatsoever. I sent her a text message. And here is a copy of that thread.
Can't present it yet. You have to tell me
I'm
what
sorry.
what it is and let me know if
This
it's going
is-
to be relevant.
This is a chain of text messages between Rose and I when I first got out of jail. This is the contact that we had. I asked her how Samson was, can I see him, can we get him, whatever. And she was adamantly said, no, not a chance in hell. She wasn't gonna let me see him, wasn't gonna let me anything. Samson, I got hurt in January of 2023, broke my foot at work, didn't heal right. Fast forward, I'm still going through therapy. I have an implant. Samson's been my emotional support through the whole thing up until April when she took him.
Oh, all right. You have text messages.
Yes.
Other than her saying, no, I'm not giving him back. What else are you trying to prove?
There's relevance in here, Your Honor. She
And I'm
said,
just going to say you have to stop talking when I'm talking. You can't talk over
Alright.
me. I have a court reporter who takes down everything. She can't take down two people speaking.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. In the text messages, the thread was our original agreement. She says why she removed herself from that agreement. And she also admits that Samson was my support and Samson was trying to save me and keep me. And she says that I failed him. And it also points out that Ms. Hutari thinks that I should be locked up behind bars. I'm not sure where she gets her information or her evidence or anything like that, but I've not been convicted in any court in this county or state. Or
That's not
country.
relevant for today, but yes.
I agree. Thank you. That's what I was getting at. Okay, because we're gonna hear that. It also shows that she said that it's in here that Samson was trying to save me. She recommended that I go see Jeannie Daniels, a medium in Frederick, and I did. I took Samson with me, and Miss Daniels said that Samson and I have not just met, we've met before. Her first question to me was, do you believe in your incarnation? I said, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not closed to it. I don't have enough information to make that.
Hold up. Did we just wander from a courtroom into a paranormal podcast? Yes, folks, this custody battle over Samson now includes a psychic medium, reincarnation, and the idea that man and dog have lived past lives together. Legally irrelevant? Absolutely. But dramatically? Pure gold.
Decision. And she said that, well, you and Samson were in a life together before.
I don't know who Jeannie Daniels is.
I didn't either. She is a medium. She's very, very respected in her work area. Rose suggested we go see her.
All right, so what you have to prove to the court is that you are in proper ownership of Samson. I haven't heard when the dog was received or purchased or gotten as a gift.
April of 2023, sorry. After we broke up, there was some concern. I asked her what we're gonna do with the kid. She said he wants to be with you. He's followed me around since.
Again, I haven't heard when you first received or got the dog. I'm hearing April 2023. That's
Yep.
when you broke up. I'm not seeing how the dog poof came into your life.
That's what I was trying to explain, Your Honor. In April of 2023, about April, was when I moved out. We had a conversation, what we're gonna do with the dog. She said he wants to be with you.
When did you get the dog?
April of 2023.
Oh, so he just magically came up in your life in April 2023. When was the dog first received? From Miss Hutari? Did she buy the dog from a
First received.
pet?
First
place?
received by her.
From anybody? How did the
She-
dog come into ownership of anybody?
She bought the dog from her cousin in Pine City, I believe it was. He's 2018.
And were you together at that time?
No, we were friends.
Okay. All right, and then so when did you and Miss Hutari get into a relationship?
2020. But we'd been friends before that. I've known Samson since he was a puppy, since she got him. She'd actually gotten him for her ex-boyfriend.
You purchased him for an ex-boyfriend?
She purchased him and was going to give him to an ex-boyfriend, yes.
All right, and then you're indicating or telling the court that in April 2023, when you broke up, she gave you, Miss Hutari gave you Samson and said that you would give him a stable life. Do you have
Yes.
any proof other than your conversations?
Yeah, right, the text messages. There's no denial of her giving them to me. She admits that she gave him to me, that he was my dog.
Okay, where in those text messages would it say that?
Page 3.
And what does it say?
Well, I went through, okay, it says it was never that I didn't want Sammy. It was 100% that I didn't want you in my life at all. You had him and you went there. Sammy has served his time. Now it is time for him to relax and have a normal life.
Where does it say that she gave him to you?
Well, that is her response. There's no denial that she gave him to me from my text. Would you like me to read my text?
No.
Okay.
What I want to know is, okay, this is, what I want to know is, okay, this is, 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 this is It could be a gift. It could be a contract. It could be something of that. I'm not hearing what it is.
It was a gift.
And here's the crux. Was Samson a gift or just a temporary loan? In law, a gift means full transfer of ownership with no strings attached. But if there were conditions, that muddies everything. Think about it. How many of us have said, you can borrow this, but under these conditions? That's not a gift. That's an agreement. The difference could decide this entire case.
There was no contract, verbal contract. That was it.
Okay, so as a gift, she gave them to you in 2023. And
Yes.
what was the conversation?
Conversation was, she said, if you have a stable place to take him, then yes, but I want you to bring him back to visit.
Okay. All right, and so you would like the court to receive those text messages?
Yes.
Please provide her, Ms. Hutari, with a copy as well as the court. I can have it, thank you. What else would you like me to know?
I'd like you to know that I've been working since I got Samson to make him a support animal, a service animal. He has become an emotional support animal. And Rose knew that before, or when she gave him to me, that
Okay,
was,
unless you have a doctor's note, I'm not hearing as an emotional support animal.
yeah, I understand that. It's in the workings. Without airing out all my medical stuff to the court.
So since 2023, when you were in placement of, or you had custody of Samson until April 2025, who paid his vet bills?
I did.
Is he up to date on his shots?
I'm not sure where he's at right now. I don't have his tag. I don't have any of that. Rose has had him since April, but he had his shots, yes.
April wasn't that long ago prior to that, when he was in your custody.
His shot should have been up to date. Yes, I took him up here to the animal wellness.
What else do you have for the court to convince me that you are the owner of Samson?
Rose's testimony itself from when we met with Commissioner Krupa, there was no
Can't hear
denial.
what happened in Commissioner Krupa's courtroom.
Okay, can we ask Ms. Hutari if she gave Samson to me?
You're going to be able
She's
to
not-
ask questions of her later. Right now, you're giving your testimony. She's going to get to ask you questions, and then she's going to give testimony. You're going to get to ask her questions.
Okay.
Okay?
I don't have any paperwork. Samson's tags are on my keychain and I have no access to my keychain
Why do you have no access to your keychain?
because my vehicle is an impound in Sawyer County.
All right. Okay, Ms. Hutari, do you have, the court will receive Exhibit 1. Ms. Hutari, do you have any questions for Mr. Hess?
No,
Hearing his testimony, you have no questions.
I know, I can say that I let him take Samson in April of 2023.
Rose admits she did let Michael take Samson, but with conditions. And that single phrase could be the legal game changer, because now it's not just about love for the dog. It's about whether ownership was ever truly transferred. The stakes, Samson's future, and who gets to call him theirs.
With conditions that he was able to provide a stable home for Samson. Um,